This is the Google Pixel 2. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and a review of the Google Pixel 2. The fingerprint is right on the back, so when you squeeze the side of the phone, Google Assistant comes in. The camera on this bad boy is 12.2 megapixel. One amazing feature, and that is the video wallpaper. If you notice, the waves are splashing on the coast. The phone will display the name of the song right here in the bottom. There it is, Without Me by Eminem. The camera automatically does the blurring around you, so it creates a nice depth of field effect. Overall smoother experience. The video recording 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 120 frames per second, 720p at 240 frames per second. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and a review of the Google Pixel 2. The box is a matte finish. It's nice and clean. You would almost think that they're paying Apple to design their products. There's two versions of the Google Pixel. There's the Google Pixel, which is a 5-screen version, and there's the Google Pixel 2 XL, which is a larger screen. We're gonna open the box. Phone comes in a nice sleeve. Right underneath, we've got our notes, packaging, the USB-C adapter plug for the headphone jack, because there is no 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on the Google Pixel phones anymore.
What?
You will also get your USB-C charging cable, and then this is your wall plug charger. Okay, this is the Google Pixel 2. If we compare it to my Samsung S7 Edge, which is pretty much identical. The Google Pixel also has a thicker bezel versus the XL version. Very lightweight. Right side of the phone, you've got your volume buttons right here, and then you've got your main turn off and on screen and turn on and off power button. On the very bottom, USB-C fast charging port on the left side, a slot that allows you to take out the SIM card. The phone by default comes with 64 gigabytes, also waterproof up to 1 meter for 30 minutes, which means you can submerge the entire phone and I guess take it snorkeling. But if you want to do some deep water diving, you cannot do that. Well, then again, you can, and then post a video if the phone actually didn't break on you. The speakers on this phone are stereo type facing. They're not the best, but they're also not the worst. It does have Bluetooth 5.0 connectivity, so you can stream to any device. You also get file transfer adapter that you plug into the bottom of your phone to transfer files from the old phone. In order for this to work, you gotta plug this to the bottom of your Google Pixel. This is a USB connector. Then you get your other phone, in this case to Samsung, and this is a micro USB connector. So you would plug the USB portion in here, and then you would connect it as you would normally to your phone, and then this will activate the file transfer protocol. So to turn this phone on and off, we're gonna first turn it on this side. So you hold it for 3 seconds, just like any phone. Google. First thing to note, when you first start the phone, it's gonna prompt you to do a security pattern, small s. And then when you're right on the home screen, you're gonna notice one amazing feature, and that is the video wallpapers. Now, you're gonna remember a couple years back, the older phones came out, they had live wallpapers, which is essentially a video playing, and you could interact with it. Now, Google has implemented this as well. If you notice, the waves are splashing on the coast, and that is sweet, my friends, super sweet. So there's a selection of these wallpapers that are already inside your phone, and you don't have to pay for them. And of course, if you want anything extra, you do have to pay. Some of the better features of this phone include the fingerprint. The fingerprint is right on the back. Now, I have already preset my fingerprint in the settings. Screen times out. You simply hold your finger on the back and it turns on the phone. It's probably the fastest that I've seen on any phone. That's how quick it is. Fingerprint only works if you first already restarted the phone and you input your swipe pattern, if you have a swipe pattern. If you try to use the fingerprint on a fresh restart, it won't actually work. At least it didn't on my phone. This phone is running on Android 8.0 Oreo. It's got Bluetooth 5.0, meaning that you can play the music from this device and output it into various Bluetooth devices around your home or office, which is a plus Plus. The camera on this bad boy is 12.2 megapixel, which is actually 0.1 megapixel less than previous phone. One of the best lenses out there currently. It works in low light. The front facing camera is 8 megapixels, so it's more than enough to take awesome selfies or record 1080p videos. One of the really great things about the camera mode, portrait mode, in selfie mode, and in front facing mode, the camera automatically does the blurring around you. So it creates a nice depth of field effect. To get to it, launch the camera, click this little icon here, click on portrait, and that's basically it. When you're previewing the camera and you take a photo, it won't display the blur when you're pointing at the subject. You will only see the blur happen after you take the photo. So I'm gonna take a picture of myself. So I just took a photo. Now we're gonna click it for preview, and you're gonna see that the blur is automatically gonna be applied to the image. You see that? Now that's cool. Really, really great effect. The video recording on this phone does 4K at 30 frames per second with stabilization on. It does 1080p at 120 frames per second, and it does 720p at 240 frames per second. Another really cool feature that Google has implemented, the Google Assistant feature now is embedded into the squeeze option. So when you squeeze the side of the phone, Google Assistant comes in, which is super functional and super cool. If you know and you remember of all the other Samsung phones out there, the only way to get to the Google Assistant was to either navigate to the Google bar and then press the microphone icon, or if you enabled the settings option, it would be to say, okay, Google, and then that would prompt the phone to activate Google Assistant in the background, and then you can say whatever command you wanted. So they definitely upped their game with the Google Assistant, so that's a very, very cool feature. One thing to watch out for, if you do put it in your pocket and you want to take it out, sometimes you will activate it by accident, but it's actually really easy to escape and get back to the home screen. Another great thing about the Google Pixel and their technology is that it's something called the Google Lens. It matches whatever photo you take with other items on Google. If I take a picture of the GoPro, now we're gonna go into our gallery, and now we can see that the camera GoPro looking icon. So I'm gonna click on this. And now what Google is doing, it's using internet to go and find out images that look similar. And there you go. So pulled up a video camera. So now I can go click more. So it's just a simplified way of finding images related to whatever you're capturing. So it's kind of cool. Another really cool option is that in the always on display, if you turn on the ozone mics and there's a song playing in the background, the phone will display the name of the song right here in the bottom. So if you know the app Shazam, that's basically it. We're gonna test this right now on my phone. We're gonna go and load up a song. We're gonna raise the volume now on the song.
So the FCC won't let me be, let me be me, so let me see.
All right, so now we're gonna press this, press that. There it is, Without Me by Eminem. Pretty cool. You no longer need the Shazam app. I'm sorry, but you don't. They cleaned up the user interface. They cleaned up the user experience. I'm very happy with it. We're not gonna get into the full interface of the phone, but there's a lot of small nuances and a lot of small features that make you go, oh, that's kind of nice. To all the people who are asking, should I get an iPhone or should I get the new Google Android phone?
Where is the iPhone? I need an iPhone.
You like to be locked in
I don't care.
to certain devices,
I don't care.
and you don't have a need to install hackable
I don't care.
DIY type
I don't care.
applications,
I don't care.
then I would say stick to your iPhone.
And what the hell entices you about the iPhone?
I can download apps to it.
But at this point, Google Pixel 2 is a formidable competitor to not only the iPhone, but it's safe to say that it's probably one of the best phones out there, better than iPhone. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the website for some giveaways. Make sure you guys go and watch the Uber Experiment, because that's where you're going to learn about business advice and passion. Marcin, out.